the program producer, and are not endorsed by this station. Opinions expressed are not necessarily those of radio station KMET, its management, employees, or affiliates.
It's time to steer the line.
Touchdown!
Sports betting, fantasy football, and the latest NFL news. Featuring Loud Esmond, Christian Giordani, Rocky Giordani, and Jeremy James. Bet on us to make you a better.
What?
Let's get ready to steer the line.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another segment of Steer the Line. I am your host, Christian Giordani. We have Mr. Jeremy James and Mr. Loud Esmond here to talk about NFL news, USFL.
Oh my God, I have to get
XFL.
up so early tomorrow morning.
Tell us about it.
That's the way to start the show. Complain about getting up when it's 5 o'clock.
I've got a 5-something flight out of Portland to Arizona. I've got to get up at like 3 in the morning. I'm not happy. Anyway, go ahead.
You know what I'm usually doing at 3 in the morning, Loud?
Sleeping. Oh, you're working.
Yeah.
Working.
I'm fixing
but it's
silly computers.
Yeah, but it's one thing when like you're used to working a certain schedule.
Yeah, definitely.
It's another thing when it's like, oh, I went to bed an hour ago.
When I get up
Now
before noon, it's early.
Yeah. You're sort of like an aging female movie star in that way. But that's the only way. Anyway, I just want to say I got back to my winning ways last week in the XFL. I'll give out some picks tonight. But I think everybody is still focused on NFL free agency, right?
Yeah, there's some moves that happened this week, in the past week since we started the show.
And some that haven't.
Yeah,
Which might
some
have
have
been
not.
bigger
That's a lot
stories.
more interesting, you know. First one, obviously, Brandon Cooks ties Eric Dickerson for the most traded person in NFL history after being traded. Yeah,
Is
from
that
the
true?
Texans.
Real?
Yeah, it's true. This is
How
his
many
fourth
times?
team. Fourth team.
Oh, wow. Fourth trade. That's
Yeah.
great.
Traded on draft night, then traded to the Rams. Now he got traded to the Rams, to the Texans, and from the Texans, he just got traded to Dallas for a 5th and a 6th pick in the 2024 round.
Who was his original team? Who drafted
The
him?
Saints drafted him, and then they traded him draft
That's
night
right.
to- I don't
Okay.
remember who.
I don't even remember him as a Saint at this point.
Who's the quarterback for the Saints now?
Where's my drink?
Oh, it's Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Some guy named Sarek Dar or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But we got a lot more interesting.
He went to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, he
That's
went to
who
the
traded
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to
So
the
it gives him a
Cowboys.
nice weapon on the outside.
So where does that put the Cowboys in their pursuit of Andre Hopkins?
Yeah.
Does that mean he's going to stay with the Cardinals?
Well, no, because there's still trade talks about DeAndre. They're just asking for multiple first-round picks, something really similar to what Devontae Adams got with the Raiders and Green Bay.
DeAndre Hopkins, multiple first rounds? Come
Not
on.
anymore. What is he, 32 now or something like
He's
that?
31.
30.
That's
He's
old
31.
for a receiver.
I mean, I know
Devontae was 30 when he got traded.
Yeah, Devontae was 30, but he was
Yeah, but the Raiders are stupid.
He was still doing big things, and he got a 1 and a 2. And not 2 1s. At this point, I don't think he's worth 2 1s. If somebody traded him a late first and like a third, maybe, but that's still pricey for what he's shown over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do it though. He's not going to be a Cardinal.
No, he is not. He's not happy in Arizona. And honestly, I don't think Kyler Murray plays another down of football after this season, at least in Arizona. He will most likely be out of there. Him and the front office are already arguing after he got that giant contract extension for, what was it, $325 million?
Well, and then there was that little addendum that said, hey, you actually have to study the playbook.
Yeah.
When is he even scheduled to come back, though? I mean, what, like November at the earliest?
Anywhere between week 4 to week 7, he's scheduled.
Who's Arizona's quarterback going to be? Who's Arizona's quarterback?
Zach Bradford. I don't even remember who it was.
I'm
last
not
season.
entirely. I think they've moved on from whoever they had backing him up last year too.
I would not be surprised if they drafted a quarterback with the 3rd pick they have this year, 4th pick.
No, they're going defense according to all the mock drafts that I've seen.
I would not be shocked if they got a quarterback.
How much longer are they stuck with Kyler Murray?
For the next 5 years, 6 years. Let's pull up his
Unless
contract.
they can trade him, huh?
Yeah. I mean, who's trading for Kyler Murray right now?
Oh, they're screwed.
Yeah, they're
well, wow, what a message sent to Kyler Murray and the rest of the NFL, though, if they all of a sudden are drafting a quarterback at number 3 and not trading out as most people expect them.
That would blow up the drafts right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love it, honestly.
As bad as everybody's brackets have been busted in the NCAA basketball tournament, which honestly I couldn't give a rat's ass about.
So they have Kyler Murray for the next 5 years, and they're paying him $45 million a year.
Oh my God!
Speaking of trading too much,
yeah,
go ahead.
Oh no, to say he kind of got the market value at the time, unfortunately for the Cardinals, and then he got hurt, and yeah, I don't know about that kid.
Okay, we are living on planet crazy when Kyler Murray is getting $45 million a year for 5 years. Daniel Jones is getting $40 million for 4 years, and Lamar Jackson can't get a contract.
Yeah, it's insane. But speaking of overpaying for a quarterback, the Green Bay Packers are asking for only willing to trade Aaron Rodgers if Sauce Gardner is involved in that trade.
Oh, no way.
I wouldn't do it.
No, that's not happening. That's one of the reasons they can go out and win right now is that kid stepped in and became one of the best cornerbacks in the league. I mean,
and he has one of the
Sauce
best
Island.
names.
Yeah,
great, very marketable. Yeah,
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner. If they could just bring over Smoke Monday to be on the other side, you would have Sauce and Smoke. It's like a barbecue place.
I haven't heard that report anywhere. Where did that come
from?
No,
I know there is no reporting of it. I'm just saying, for me, it would be so awesome if you had Sauce Gardner and Smoke Monday as the corners on the team, because you could open a restaurant chain called Sauce and Smoke or Smoke and Sauce, and you have a barbecue chain.
So this report actually started yesterday morning with the Milwaukee Sports news page talking about Sauce Gardner needs to be involved in the trade, and then ESPN got on it and SportsCenter got on it, and a representative for Green Bay confirmed it. We don't know who the representative was and what his position was.
Well, they spoke to the janitor, and he said, "I've heard."
I would love that.
No wonder.
Unnamed sources are not a source, but here's my question, and I'm quite serious about this. Is the Green Bay Packers management so fed up with being jerked around by Aaron Rodgers that they're going to basically trade him at the last possible second to the Jets so he has the least possible time to get ready for the season to undermine the chance of him having success in New York?
I would not be shocked if Green Bay's that petty with it, because Aaron Rodgers has dragged them through financial and football
such
hell.
A dick. He has been such a dick that if I'm the GM of Green Bay, I'm like, oh, you want out of here? Fine. Glad to get rid of you, but we are going to F you in the you-know-where on the way out, pal. We're ripping that man bun right off your head.
But at what point do the Jets get fed up? I mean, because they're going to want him in there for, off-season programs, working with their young guys. If he's even willing to do all that once he gets there, they're hoping he will. So at some point, the Jets are going to be like, well, we're not giving you Sauce, and we're not waiting until July
to
get him off your hands. They're
screwed, Jeremy. They screwed up.
They are betting on Aaron Rodgers.
They could have taken Jimmy G.
Yep.
They could have gone after Sam Darnold as a stopgap. They went all in. The problem with going all in is in poker, they have to show you their cards as soon as you do it. You go all in free agency, and they go, we'll wait.
I'll tell you what, they've built and are building quite the offense over there. And
all right, where?
In New York, the Jets.
Okay.
In Jersey.
Picking up some nice guys, at receiver, picking up some extra draft picks, moving guys around. They moved from a 3 and picked up an extra 2. they're ready for someone to step in there. And if they end up getting burned or giving up on Aaron Rodgers, the guy that we were just talking about is still floating around out there. You're talking about going all in and you're desperate. Fine. Send 2 firsts and give him a huge contract. You bring Lamar Jackson in to the New York Jets.
I would honestly not hate that. I love Lamar leaving Baltimore. It's going to happen regardless. I wouldn't be shocked if he sat out. I'm not going to act like I like it, but I really want to see Lamar out of Baltimore. Man.
Here's the problem. Lou Desmond's rule of life is what?
It's always about the money.
It's always about the money. And here's the problem. The Cleveland Browns screwed the pooch by giving Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed $250 million contract.
They ruined the market.
All the other owners are pissed at Cleveland for doing it. So now Lamar Jackson comes out, former league MVP. How old is he, Christian?
Lamar Jackson is 25.
He's young. He's dynamic. He'll put butts in the seats. And you know what? All the other owners have gone, hey, by the way, nobody offered that guy a fully guaranteed contract because if you do, we're effed. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if I'm sorry, I do not believe that without some pressure, there is not a single team in the NFL that was willing to bid for Lamar Jackson. Sorry. There's something going on behind the scenes.
No, I agree. It's not that likely to happen. I could just, if you're the Jets, I'm thinking, how big and desperate are you if all of a sudden you don't have Aaron Rodgers and you're not going to get Aaron Rodgers?
In Rocky's words, the Jets are a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl.
At that point, what do you trade up? I mean, they could pack. They got a couple of twos now, one this year, one next year. They could move up into that number 3 spot and take the third best guy. But yeah, if they're all in on Aaron Rodgers and something stupid happens, which it still could, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
I think it is now more likely that Aaron Rodgers doesn't play for the Jets. And I think it is more likely no other team bids for Lamar Jackson, and his choice is to accept what Baltimore gives him or not play.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what's going on. I think the Packers are fed up with Aaron Rodgers. And a mistake was made with Deshaun Watson that the league has to correct, because if they start giving out fully guaranteed contracts, that's a problem for all the owners if players start expecting that. So they have to nip this in the bud right now. So that means Lamar Jackson is not getting what Deshaun Watson got. Not happening.
No.
The highest bid Baltimore offer was $168 million for 5 years. And that's
then they offer him like 100 and
I weep for Lamar Jackson.
The last deal was actually like a 3-year deal or something like that. They gave him a shorter deal with a bigger chunk of money up front or something like that, and he still
didn't
want it.
If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm pissed.
Deshaun Watson got. Well, guess what?
I'm an MVP. I'm a 3-time Pro Bowler, and Deshaun Jackson hasn't played in 2 years, and he got this much money. Of course, I would be pissed if I was Lamar Jackson.
But that's because the ownership in Cleveland is stupid.
Yeah, and they got to understand it's an outlier. I was going to say, they got to understand it's an outlier. That it's not what is going, that's not the going rate for quarterbacks, and that's not the going deal for all quarterbacks now in the NFL is guaranteed money like that. The Browns went cuckoo. And
they browned it up.
They browned it up. They broke the quarterback.
They left a long brown streak in free agency in NFL history is what they did. All right, let's play this game. Lamar Jackson doesn't get a fully guaranteed contract offer from anybody, what happens, Jeremy?
He's gonna. I don't know. I'd play on the tag in Baltimore for one more year. It's what, 45 or $38 million, and then get out of there.
33, I believe.
I mean, they can tag him probably one more time after this, unfortunately for him. But 3 more time? No.
Yeah, because they didn't put the franchise tag on him this time.
Yes, they did.
If they had used the franchise tag, they would have one more tag to put on him. But they put on the non-exclusive.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Which means they can franchise tag him next
twice.
year and then tag him again.
Yeah.
He's in hell. In Baltimore for 3 years. I guarantee. Okay.
They're going to Kirk Cousins him.
I'm making this prediction. He will either play for Baltimore on the tag or he will not play. Christian.
Yeah, I completely agree. He plays for the I think he sits out no matter what.
He's only 25.
He's 25 years old. He's going to sit.
How did that work out for the running back that did that?
Or, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but, maybe a year of not getting banged up, coming back fresh after a season off, who knows? I mean, but I hope not. I'd like to see him get something somewhere and play, but
man, I'll
crazy
tell you,
situation. He's going to have to back down.
I worked for a large real estate development company for a number of years, and the commercial real estate development guy told me a great saying. It's all theoretical and wonderful until they're talking about your bonus, and then it's personal. So, I mean, it's if his choice, if Lamar Jackson, okay, let me ask you this, Christian. Your choice is, I'm going to play for Baltimore this year, and I'm going to make $43.5 million. Or I'm going to sit out, and I'm making nothing.
Yeah, I'm taking the $43 million, but I've never had $43 million in front of my face. Lamar Jackson.
Go ahead, Christian. Sorry.
But no, you're Lamar Jackson. I think he's willing to bet on himself and wait out that contract to see if someone's willing to trade for him, if he's willing to get extended somewhere else. Lamar Jackson is going to get his money, if not by the end of this offseason, by the end of next offseason.
What constitutes getting his money? What's wrong with $43.5 million on the tag this year?
It's fine, but he wants a long-term deal, fully guaranteed, for over $230 million.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, okay, Jeremy, I'll bring this to you. You're Lamar Jackson. You can have $43.5 million this year, or you can sit out and get paid nothing. What's your call?
Yeah, no, me personally, I'm playing and I'm getting paid because that's a huge chunk of money still. And then you hope you can work out a contract either with, Baltimore, or you go through this process again, unfortunately for him and everyone else. But no, $43 million, you don't walk away. You're 25, you're in the prime of your career. And, if you're a competitor, you don't just sit out. You're going to want to be in there playing, I would hope. And that's a price. That's a silly price tag to walk away from.
Yeah, but is it really beneficial for Baltimore to keep franchise tagging him when you don't have the offense around him to contend, really, especially in that division with the Bengals being what they are now? It's counterproductive. They're being in what's the NFL's worst thing, and any sport league's worst thing to be. Mediocre.
Continued mediocrity. Exactly. Right.
Come on. They just signed Nelson Aguilar. Come on.
By the way,
he's neat.
Speaking of getting better and getting worse, I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. Scott Steamroller, the lead guy on this channel for Winners and Whiners, he lives in Kansas City. He lives and breathes Chiefs. Anyway, I hate the Chiefs. I love the offseason the Chiefs have had so far. By the way, they lost Juju, they lost Mecole Hardman, and most importantly, they just lost Orlando Brown
to the Bengals.
Four-time Pro Bowl left tackle.
The best in the game.
Their rival, the Cincinnati Bengals, Christian.
Yeah, it's a huge loss for them. Do I think this kills the Chiefs? No. I don't think a team with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes is not a contender, especially with Chris Jones on the other side of that defense. Yeah, it's a big hit for them. They're going to lose around it, but Andy Reid and the front office there, they're going to find a way to fill in those gaps and fill in those holes and keep the Chiefs as a contender. I would not be shocked if I see Patrick Mahomes in another AFC championship game.
I think it is now more likely you see the Bengals in the AFC championship game against the Chiefs than the Bills. Jeremy.
Yeah, I think the Bills have some things they need to do. And the Kansas City Chiefs are not going anywhere. Yeah, I don't think McCole Hardman was a big loss. He only played 6 games last year. Juju, they can replace Juju with somebody. They still got some weapons over there, young guys. Cincinnati, though, that's something they really needed. They needed a great left tackle to really anchor that line and just kick it up one more notch. And if they can keep him protected just a little bit better, yeah, I like Cincinnati a lot this year. And Buffalo, I think, needs weapons. I think they need a top running back. I think they need a really good number 2 wide receiver. Maybe a tight end. It's a great tight end draft. That might be a way they need to look. They need more weapons on that. It can't just be Allen and
Stephon and Davis.
Stephon, yeah.
Okay, so if Buffalo can pick up Bijan Robinson, the running back from Texas, that's a game changer. I mean, all of a sudden you have a great player, and there's a possibility he falls all the way to them because of how running backs, I think, are now undervalued in the NFL. Speaking of undervalued running backs, Zeke Elliott just being released.
Tough.
Well, the best thing about this whole Zeke thing right now, I don't know if you guys saw that he released the 3 teams he's narrowed it down to.
Yeah, the Eagles, who else was it?
The Eagles, the Bengals, and the Jets.
And the Jets, yeah.
It reported this morning that he has not had talks or even phone calls from any 3 of those teams. He just threw out 3 teams.
And the Jets, by the way, the 2 running backs from the Jets exchanged messages saying, "Yo, we good, bro."
That's funny.
And then the Bengals head coach said, "Yeah, I think we're good at running back."
And Jerry Jones is not helping his case, blatantly calling him a locker room cancer.
Wow.
When did he do that?
He did that the other day on a podcast.
Really? Yeah. I thought that was his boy. I thought he loved Zeke. Wow.
When the hiring's hot, man, he's gone. He's no longer a Cowboy. There's no love.
Wow. It's not like once a Raider, always a Raider.
All right, let's run through this. Defenders, Brahmas, Battlehawks. Last week, Defenders -2.5, Brahmas +3, Battlehawks -3. I covered that Defenders. I covered that Battlehawks. I did not do great on the Brahmas. And then this week, here's the one I'm giving away free in my video. The Brahmas +2.5 at the Renegades, and the Brahmas and Renegades under 33. The last 3 games those teams have played, if you combine their points and the team they played against, they haven't crossed 30. Last week, and this is weird, when you have a small number of teams playing against each other, I'm sure this happens. The Brahmas played the Renegades last week at San Antonio for the Brahmas, and the score was, at the end of the game, Renegades 12, Brahmas 10 for a score of 22 total points. I'm going to say when they go to Arlington, it's not going to be that different. Why would they score more points than they did last week? 2 teams with awful offenses and good defenses. The total number of points, 33. I'm going again under 33 in that game, and Brahmas +2.5. All right, there's your free XFL pick.
Where do they get the rest of the picks, Loud?
Winners and
talking about it.
Winers. Go to Winners and Winers, and you can go buy the 3 rest of my premium picks for $29.99 for the whole weekend. Jeremy,
Bargain.
Seems like a great price.
what team do you think has the best free agency so far, and who has had the worst?
Wow, just jumping off the top of my head, I think I talked a little bit about it last week. I really, unfortunately like what the Denver Broncos have done. Bringing in 2 offensive linemen to secure up that O-line and a really nice edge rusher from Arizona. That's how you build a team, is from the lines up, and if you can fix the trenches, you're off to a good start. And I really like what they did there. There's been some other really great moves around the league. So, I think the Giants have done a pretty good job making some trades and bringing some guys in, giving some weapons to old Danny Dimes there.
1 minute.
When it comes to bad ones, there's teams that just haven't done anything.
Rams.
The Rams haven't done much. The Colts haven't done a whole lot except trade guys away. There's some teams out there that are just still really quiet.
I say the Dallas Cowboys, they got a bunch of offensive weapons. They let go of a cancer like Zeke. They got Stephon Gilmore right next to Trayvon Diggs. I think it's their year to win that division.
Cowboys have been the winner. The Eagles have been the loser. They've been gutted.
Stripped. But they're still a good team.
They kept a few of their guys, though. And you want to talk about Bijan Robinson. They got 2 first-round picks. He could be gone by number 10 when they hit that. Because why not when you have 2 firsts,
Well, there you go. All right, guys. Thank you.
This is Steer the Line. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Christian.
Bye, guys.